There have been no signs of reprieve for the rand. It continues, in fact, to extend losses against the US dollar. The local currency is set to end the week weaker as the market braces for an outsized Fed rate hike next week. Viv Govender, portfolio manager at Rand Swiss, joins us as always to wrap up the week's market performance. Viv, good to see you. The rand, as I was saying, still trading in rather volatile territory. Give us a look at the factors that may have brought us this far.
Well, I think the main thing is the uncertainty of the world is higher than it was, a few days ago because of the disappointing inflation number from the U.S. That caused that significant fall in the U.S. markets on the day, basically the biggest fall I think in about 2 years, and also caused our market to fall and the rand to weaken. Basically, what happens in the world is unless there's stable, secure growth, you tend to find that the dollar strengthens. Only stable, secure growth makes the dollar weaker and emerging market currencies strengthen, and that's what's happening here. At the same time, we must keep in mind that we aren't falling as much against the pound or the euro and against other emerging market currencies. So even though we are falling against the dollar, and that's the headline everyone sees, the rest of the world, we are not falling it by as much.
Mm-hmm. And gold has hit 29-month lows. Quite significant, is it not?
Yeah, it is. But I mean, again, we must remember the dollar is strong. So one of the factors coming into play here is the stronger dollar price, and that's obviously affecting, gold. At the same time, we are seeing, markets that are really important to gold, especially China, being shut down effectively at the moment. And that's, I think, also impacting the gold trade. That being said, generally you do find that gold does tend to do a bit better in inflationary environments, like we seem to be entering now. Not moderate inflation, but high inflation environments seems to be positive for gold. So that might be a turnaround that we see in the future.
Mm-hmm. For us here at home, some predictions of good news on the way on the fuel price front. The Automobile Association saying that we'll see another significant drop in the next month. That's October. While diesel, though, they're saying could actually go up.
Yeah. So finding differences, of course, coming through. But with regards to the oil price, look, the oil price has come down quite substantially. It was one point over $120 a barrel. Now it's close to $90 a barrel for Brent crude. Unfortunately, we are seeing the rand weaken. And if we do see basically a drop coming through next month, unless the rand basically starts to strengthen as well after that, we might see some of these falls, to some extent slow down or halt even. Because the rand would be obviously counteracting any weaker oil price. At the same time, with regards to the oil price, I don't expect to see it fall much more than about 10% from here. The reason being is that the U.S., for instance, is going to have to reverse its drawdown of its strategic reserves, and OPEC has indicated that it wants to basically cut supply should oil price fall, or the oil prices fall much below $90 a barrel.
Mm-hmm. On a company level, Impala Platinum has now informed shareholders of its intention to further extend the takeover offer for Royal Bafokeng Platinum. What are the optics there? What are the factors?
It's Competition Commission, basically. They need the approval that's been delayed, so they need a few more months to basically close this deal. So they're just awaiting on the government regulations, and that could take a bit longer than we anticipate always. So that's one of the main delaying factors with regards to this particular deal.
And all eyes will be on the local MPC's repo rate decision. Everyone hoping for a drop. Is that likely?
Very unlikely. I would take any bet you want to take 100 to 1. I'll bet you against the drop in interest rates. No, we are going to rise. We're probably going to rise 0.75. The fear that some people do have, however, is because of the market reaction to what happened after the inflation number from the U.S. There's a small chance, not a probability, but a small significant chance that the U.S. might look at raising by 1%. If that's the case, we're going to have to follow up pretty soon. We can't fall behind the U.S. rate hikes. In fact, we should be slightly ahead of them because if that does happen, the currency weakens and that causes inflation to be even worse in the future.
Viv Govender, you've ruined Friday, but thank you as always. Viv is portfolio manager at Rand Swiss, speaking to us about the latest from the markets as we round off the week.